One more question. Can you hear me now, Alex? Fine?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Okay, good morning. So this is the appeals hearing. This is May 13th, 2026.
got it printed, sorry.
So, first of all, welcome. I need to disclose on the record, there have been no ex parte communications with the city or the applicant. And there are no conflicts of interest for myself that I'm aware of. So we move to the next item, the only item on the agenda. The consideration of a request by Jeff Wade to construct an attached garage addition to an existing single-family residence on 8976 South Sutton Way. The subject property is a flagged lot with required 20-foot setbacks on all sides. The existing home encroaches into these setbacks, and the proposed addition would maintain the existing setback encroachment without further increase. The request involves expansion of a non-conforming structure to improve site access and functionality while remaining consistent with applicable design and safety standards. City, who's representing the city today? Emma? And do we have the applicant?
Yes, Jeff Wade.
Jeff Wade. Okay, before we begin, Emma and Jeff, the original application was for a variance, and what I had received for the record was a narrative, site plans, and proposed plans and site photographs supporting a request for a variance. Of course, variances are under a different set of criteria. There are 5 conditions that must be met for a variance, including unreasonable hardship and special circumstances. It's my understanding that after discussions with the city, this is not a request for a variance. Rather, it is a expansion and addition under section 1988 070 of the code, rather than the variance 1992 030 of the code. Then under that section, the applicant is not increasing the nonconformity under the proposed plans. So I want to make sure that we are proceeding under the right ordinance, given the application and the narrative that I have in the record. So I need confirmation of that. Is that correct, city?
Yeah, that's what the city will be presenting on is maintaining the 20-foot setback that's required. So it'd just be an expansion of a non-conforming structure.
Okay, Mr. Wade, am I right on that?
That is correct.
Right, we can then proceed. So what I have in the record is an application from Jeff Wade. I have a narrative. I have proposed plans, site photographs. I also received a letter from a neighboring property owner. Christopher Mickelson, was dated May 11th, 2026, although I received it on May 12th, 2026, and I have the city staff report. Mr. Wade, did you receive a copy of the letter from?
No, I have not.
Have you received the city staff report?
I have, yes,
Okay.
but no letter was involved with that from
Yeah,
Chris.
we received the letter just yesterday.
Let's see, is it possible to send Mr. Wade the letter?
What does the letter say? Maybe that's just an easier way to.
Well, I think it's best that I send the letter.
Okay,
We'll do it right now. Just wait for that.
okay, and let me see if I can pull that up.
Jeff, I just forwarded mail to your mail hot mailbox, so you probably receive it next few minutes.
Okay,
Will you let me know when you receive that?
well, let me see if I can get to it here just a second. Still haven't received it.
Yeah, the mail with the attached files will probably take a little bit longer.
Okay. Yeah, I just received it here. Let me see. It's a long letter. Let's see. Well, those are all the same things that I talked to him about that we got resolved. So I don't know.
Okay, as long as you got it. Okay. And may ask some questions about that later. Let's make have the city make a presentation. Emma?
Perfect. Yep, that sounds good. And then the city also has some responses to the concerns brought up in the letter too. So if you need that, just feel free to let us know. But we'll start with just the presentation. So yes, this is appeals hearing. This is going to be for the Wade expansion, which is the expansion of a non-conforming structure located at 8976 South Sutton Way. Just as some background, we've included an aerial map of the subject property outlined in blue. Again, this is the expansion of a non-conforming structure. The applicant and owner is Jeff Wade, who's on the call with us. The property is zoned single-family residential, and our recommendation is to approve the expansion with a few conditions. So as some context, the applicant is requesting approval to construct an attached garage addition to the existing home at 8976 South Sutton Way. The proposed garage is approximately 41 feet by 22 feet, attached to the home by a, I'm probably going to butcher this, porte cochere. The property is a flag lot as it does not front directly on a public roadway. So flag lots do require 20-foot front, rear, and side setbacks, which is shown on the map here. The house is currently considered legal non-conforming because portions of the existing home already encroach into the west setbacks. The home was constructed before the incorporation of the city in 2005, so that's why it's legal non-conforming. The proposed garage addition would not extend any farther west than the current home and would maintain the same setback encroachment, which is approximately 10 feet from the west property line. In the applicant's original submittal, they initially requested a variance to reduce the southern setback to 15 feet in order to allow for additional design flexibility. However, staff recommended maintaining the required 20-foot southern setback to avoid creating additional nonconformities on the site, and the applicant has since revised the proposal accordingly. The garage addition improves site functionality by providing direct driveway access, reducing difficult turning movements, allowing for a wider garage, and creating space to store maintenance equipment such as a small tractor for the long driveway. We've included the initial garage site plan, which initially showed a 15-foot south setback, and then we drew in the approximate 20-foot setback lines over that image, just so you can see how the existing home and the initial proposal fit into the setbacks. Here's the proposed east elevation of the garage. You can see it attached to the existing home, so it's considered an attached garage. And then after analysis, so the proposed garage addition is designed to remain compatible with the surrounding area by matching the design and materials of the existing home and maintaining the required 20-foot southern setback. The only increase in nonconformity is just the continuation of the existing approximately 10-foot west setback encroachment, as the addition will remain in line with the current house and will not extend any further west. The project improves on-site parking and garage functionality for the resident while minimizing impacts on neighboring properties due to the site layout, with rear yards located to the south and then a utility-owned property located to the west. And just as a note, the initial review showed compliance with the 26 flag lot height limit when we were looking at the height of the structure. After talking with the applicant, there's the possibility that the proposal may be closer than 27 feet. So staff just recommends that a condition of approval be making sure that the height does not exceed the 26-foot height limit for a flag lot as a condition of approval. And then just as a refresher on the Appeals Hearing Officer Authority, so according to 1988-070, additions, enlargements, moving, and reconstruction of building, a building occupied by non-conforming use or a building non-compliant as to height, yard, area, or yard regulations may be added to or enlarged or moved to a new location on the lot or reconstructed at a new location on the lot upon a permit authorized by the Appeals Hearing Officer, provided that the Appeals Hearing Officer after the hearing shall find the addition to, enlargement of, moving of, or reconstruction of the non-compliant building at a new location on the lot will be in harmony with one or more of the purposes stated in section 1902-20 and shall be in keeping with the intent of this title, and that the proposed change does not impose any unreasonable burden upon the lands located in the vicinity of the non-conforming use or non-compliant building. So staff recommendations and findings. After analysis, staff found that although the proposed addition does increase the non-conforming footprint of the structure, the addition will not encroach any more into the western setback than the current home. As such, staff recommends approval of the project on the conditions that the southern setback remain 20 feet and the height not exceed 26 feet, with the following findings. The proposal will not negatively affect the health, safety, convenience, order, prosperity, and welfare of the present and future inhabitants of the city because the use is the same as what currently exists there. The proposal will not create any additional congestion in the streets or roads. The proposal will not create a fire safety issue. The proposal will not affect airflow or block natural light from adjoining properties by conforming with all height regulations. The proposal will have no apparent negative effect on the city's tax base. The proposal will not place any type of unreasonable burden upon neighboring properties, and the proposal is in keeping with the intent of the Cottonwood Heights zoning ordinance. And then, as mentioned by Frank, the application did receive one public comment, which was sent to the Appeals Hearing Officer before the meeting and included on the Utah Public Notice website. Here's that.
So the setback requirements for a flag lot, do you have a citation for that?
I can definitely pull it up really fast. Let me stop sharing here. It's going to be, oh, here we go. It's section 1220.050, and then particularly F mentions the setbacks for flag lots in the R1 and R2 zones shall be as follows: front 20 feet, sides 20 feet on each side, rear 20 feet.
Give me that citation again.
Yes, 12.20.050, and then that's F.
Did you find any, in your analysis, any unreasonable burden on surrounding properties as a result of this?
No, we didn't, just because with the flag lot standards, the applicant would be able to build 20 feet away from the neighboring southern properties. So the only property that he would be closer to is the western utility site. And right now it's just a lot of, it's pretty much open space with a few utilities pretty far away. So without going through this process, he would still be able to build as close to the neighboring residential properties as he's proposing to build.
And your analysis, this is consistent with the character of the
It,
expansion addition?
Yeah, it seemed like from what he was saying, the design would match, his existing home. It seems like it would not be anything out of character for the neighborhood.
And as far as fire and any other issues regarding fire,
No, yeah.
does does it enhance any of the issues related to fire safety?
The only consideration, so the applicant did meet with zoning, fire, and engineering in a development review committee meeting approximately a month and a half ago. The area fire marshal was there. He just recommended an offset hammerhead design in the driveway, just since they might have to do some adjustments to the current driveway design. And he also requested a letter from Salt Lake Public Utilities if they were to construct this building, just ensuring that they could supply the requested fire flow. So there are a few considerations, but if they apply for a building permit, the fire marshal would ensure they're met.
Yeah, so that's not really an issue before
Yeah,
us today. It is something that goes along with a flag lot. It has to be reviewed either prior to this hearing or
yeah,
in other processes. Is that right?
exactly. Yep. So the exact the setbacks and everything won't add additional concerns from fire department from the sounds of it.
Right. And then as far as section 1988-070,
Mhm.
there are no requirements for showing on reasonable hardship. That is more
That's correct.
variance. And certainly under that section, you don't have to show that the nonconformity is less. The significant issue is whether this creates a nonconformity, increases nonconformity. Is that
Yeah,
right?
that
And-
is correct.
And in this case, this addition and expansion doesn't create an increase in the nonconformity.
Yeah, with the revised setbacks from the southern property, there's no increase in nonconformities.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Wade, you there?
Yes, I am.
Let you make your presentation.
Well, I think Emma's basically done it. You know, I've been up there I was one of the first lots in Charmar subdivision 45 years ago. And there was basically two lots there, lot 27 and lot 26. When I originally started with lot 27, they gave me 10 feet on the west side. On the east side, it was 15. And that's why I asked for the original 15. After meeting with the county planning, I agreed to stay with the 20-foot on the south side, and I think I can make that work. Like I was explaining to them, my wife is sort of hell-bent on living there till we pass. I'm 70 and she's in her late 60s, and we've got to come up with a more garage space. When we started, we had a Pinto and a Volkswagen Rabbit, and now we have larger cars. It's just difficult getting in and out of the garage like we've got. So we thought we'd put this addition to make our next 10 to 20 years more comfortable. So, but everything falls in compliance with what we've met with the zoning people there, and Emma's done a good presentation.
Okay, you understand that any decision I make, I can't change the southern setback.
I understand, and that's why I've accepted the 20 feet. That's fine.
Okay, and then you also understand that this process cannot increase the height requirements. The height requirement for flag lot is 26 feet.
Well, then I'll stay
Any
with
decision
that.
here wouldn't agree to any expansion beyond 26 feet.
That's fine. I can live with that.
All right. Anything more from the city? Anything more from Mr. Wade?
I think that's everything on our end.
I'm
Okay.
good for mine.
Okay. Well, again, this is a request under 1988-070. And I will prepare a written findings and conclusions, and I will submit it to the record and to Emma. And then Emma, you'll make sure that the applicant gets a copy of that findings and conclusions. But I can at least, and the findings and written findings and conclusions will be the final order. But I can say today on the record that the permit to expand and to add add the garage as proposed by the applicant is granted.
Thank you.
However, of course, south setback remains at 20 feet and any height remains at no more than 26 feet. And the applicant will still need to comply with all the city rules and regulations, including securing a building permit. Are there any other
Okay,
questions?
that works for me. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, the final item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. What I usually do is I will approve the minutes for May 13th, 2026, and then order will send a copy, and if there's no changes, then the minutes will stand. So any other business today? All right, well, thank you both. Thank you, Mr. Wade. Thank you, Emma. This meeting's adjourned.
Thank you, Frank.